Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 4 of Let's Play Mega Man 3, brought to you by MuchGames.ca. I don't even know why I went for that extra life, because I have at least a dozen. Yeah, practically a dozen, not counting the 0. But in any case, we are finally at Dr. Wily's fortress. And of course, these stages are actually quite easy. Tricky at some points, but they actually try to bring in as many enemies from past stages, just bring them all together, like the Top Man robots we just saw earlier. And it looks like we're gonna have to be dealing with some water, like we have in Gemini Man stage. Now we're actually dealing with penguins for the first time. Even though technically we dealt with them in Gemini Man stage, we never saw them in water. We saw fish in water, but not penguins. We just see the penguins sliding across the land. But that's an entirely different matter. As far as these barriers are concerned, you're gonna need hard knuckles to take them out. And once again, I am going for extra lives, even though I don't need them. I laugh that if I die so many times that I actually need to use all my lives. I would not laugh, I'd actually be very sad if that happened. But that will not be happening, because I like to get as many E-tanks as possible. I find E-tanks a greater deal than extra lives because, well, A, E-tanks are harder to find, and B, they help you out in a tough bind so you can continue the same battle you were already in. Extra lives just give you another chance to go through that battle again, but that boss gets full health again. Just frustrated. Ah! I thought I was going to be on that little divot on the bottom. But I wasn't. I love the hard knuckles. They fire off slowly, but they get the job done. Oh, let's try this again. Oh, that's not gonna work. Unless I jump from there, that works just fine. That's a very effective way to take care of that Hammer Joe. Okay, now we should be the part where the appearing platforms return. Select get wind of the pattern first. Okay, that's a simple one. Wait. Now! Okay, some weapon energy that I likely will not be needing. I think Shadow Blades will be the weakness against this boss. So all we have to do is just take out the turtles whenever they respawn. Luckily with the Shadow Blades, you take them out in one hit. Every turtle you kill gets a bit faster, the next one that returns. So that's why you need the Shadow Blades, because if you're using your Buster, you would take out the shell, or you would separate the shell from the turtle itself. And that would just make things a little bit tougher. With the Shadow Blade, done in one hit. Okay, now for Wily Stage 2. Okay, now what makes this different from other levels is that when you beat a Wily stage, you don't get your weapon energy back. So you have to make sure to remember that. That's why I'm going to go to the right path instead. So I can replenish whatever I spent. Especially hard knuckles, because I believe they're going to be useful against this boss. Okay, what else do I need to regenerate? Definitely rush coils. Ah, crap. That was bad. Let me try that again. This time I go to the left side. So now that you're in the... What? I was walking left. What the hell, game? Don't do this to me. There are no invisible ceilings. Come on now. Thank you. Then now that you're in the Wily stages, you're gonna have to apply a little bit more strategy that you would in normal stages, now that you can't regenerate your weapons automatically. That you're gonna have to manually regenerate them as you find weapon energy throughout the stages. Let me guess, the bees? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Needle Cannon is good against them. But unfortunately, the ones that are above you, yeah, I think Shadow Blade is going to be much better overall. Not the bees! They're in my eyes! Seriously. Get off of me! I was hoping for weapon energy. But you can't always get what you want. Oh well. Oh god, more bees. Thank god I can still shoot on my rush jet. Ooh, another E-tank. Oh, 2 E-tanks! And I'll get the weapon energy. I make sure to make these jumps so that the rush jet can actually still move with me. Because if I just went like a little bit higher, the rush jet would just be caught from behind and would not go with me. Okay, now we gotta take on the Yellow Devil Mark II. So be very careful with this, beast. Because the pieces will hurt you a lot. That means I have to aim my hard knuckle when the eye is open. If it's not open, I can't do anything with it. Except dodge that. I don't know if you can get like 2 hard knuckles in at once. It would seem very difficult to do. After a while it gets easier because now you know which pieces are going to be coming at you. At first, you don't even know what's coming until it's coming. And that makes it frustrating. Okay, you can get 2 off at once. Careful. Oh, so close. I just need 1 more hard knuckle and it'll be over for this guy. I don't know if it's really a guy or a girl, because I mean, it's got boobs. But then again, men can have boobs. Well, moobs, that's what they're called. I don't think this thing even has a gender. It's just a robot. Maybe we're overcomplicating things. Or is it oversimplifying? I have no idea. But in any case, Wily 2 is defeated now for Wily 3. So we actually get some different music this time. Okay, let's try out the Shadow Blades again. Down in 1 hit. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna go to the right. The left seems tempting, though. Okay, now I see why. So you can get to this weapon energy over here. So let me whip out the hard knuckles. Because I'm gonna need to regenerate them. I mean, I'm very low. Okay, going that way was definitely the good idea. Grand scheme of things. Don't need to kill this dude. I can just leave him alone. Oh my god, how many E-tanks do I have? 9! And I haven't spent a single one throughout the game. I lost 2 lives though, but I probably gained more than those lives back. Okay, now we get to this part, when it gets a bit annoying. So I'll just use my magnet missiles to make sure I can still see. I suppose Shadow Blades can work, but not for the ones that are low. There, that's gonna make this stage a hell of a lot easier, provided I can see the whole time. I don't need to kill these things, they're just going to explode when I do. Should've grabbed the weapon energy, but I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. What the hell was I thinking? There was not even anything there! Whoops. Okay, I'm losing the hard knuckles that I got back. I really need to be more careful with my shots. Luckily, I don't have to use the hard knuckles against this boss. Graphical glitches! I'm telling ya. I guess it's because you don't really see, like, scrolling platforms that often. That might explain why this little ROM was not ready for them. Alright, let's take a look in the mystery box, shall we? Health and health. Okay. I'll take 2 batches of health, even though I only needed 1. Being a little over-generous, I suppose. Okay, now you gotta take on Mega Man clones. The thing is, you gotta make sure you find out which one is real. Oh, I guess wrong on both times. And they will both shoot you. Okay, it's the middle one. There we go! Just remember, the other 2 are fake and you can't damage them. Luckily, they don't use your weapons as well. Just the Buster. Can you imagine 3 snakes heading your way? That would have been rough. Alright, so let's fill up on hard knuckles. Needle cannons will need to be filled up too. Now we're pretty much at the level where you get the boss rush. I always find this thing so annoying to deal with. I guess I should just jump as it throws the rock at me. And no, I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson. It ain't throwing Dwayne Johnson very far. Let me say that much right now. Unless you're gonna throw him into a movie deal and he goes to be a satellite, but that's another story for another time. There, that's better. Just jump beforehand as it throws the rock. Oh, still got hit by the debris. Whoa, another one! That one caught me off guard, oh my god. I've taken some substantial damage in this room, I don't like that. But when we get to the boss rush, you get to regenerate your health after each kill, which is good. And the thing that makes Mega Man 3 different from many other Mega Man games is that the Robot Masters are weak to their own weapon. They pretty much have Metal Man syndrome, so to speak. Except they don't really die from their own weapons. Or one or two shots. It still takes multiple shots. But seriously, it's just the same as a regular weakness. That's why I prefer using the Needle Cannon against Needle Man rather than the Gemini lasers. I still like Sparkman's weapon the best. So you practically have more options when you take on the boss rush. You can use their regular weakness, or you can use their own weapons. Seriously, it's just gonna be that fast. They will not last at all. Okay, Gemini Man. Bring on the snakes. Wow. Just wow. Man, if I keep this up, I'll actually finish the game in this video. Probably unlikely, but hey, we can only dream. Uh-oh. That's the same thing that happened in the previous fight. With Hardman, at least. That was like the same type of damage I took. Okay, Top Man. Definitely not going to be using the top spin here. That'd just be nuts. May not even need to use top spin on Shadow Man either. I'll just use his own blades. Okay, back to full health. That's good. Only 3 more to go. Ah, speaking of Shadow Man, top spin is kind of tempting though. It's not often I get to use it, so I might as well just use the top spin. It'll be much faster. Okay, Sparkman, and last is Snake Man. I'm gonna use the Spark Shock because it has more reach. I mean, I love the Shadow Blades, don't get me wrong, but the Shadow Blades don't really have that full reach that you could use against someone like Sparkman. But at least the Shadow Blades you could aim in multiple directions, like diagonal, and just above you. Okay, let me get the Needle Cannon ready for Snake Man. And bada bing, bada boom. You can take out the snakes that way as well, that's pretty cool. Even though they're secondary compared to Snake Man itself. And look at that! All 8 Robot Masters defeated again. 3 Wily bosses. Not even 15 minutes in the video. Am I an overachiever or something? I have no idea. It's looking that way. Okay, I should definitely get some sparks, because sparks are going to be very good in this fight as well. Everything else should be just fine. And for some reason, we're not on any spot in the fortress, really. If you think about it, it looks like we're just in space or in the sky. Okay, I think we should be good to go. Oh, good, more weapon energy. Let me get more top spin. Said every golfer ever, most of the time. And needle cannons, I suppose. Just for the sake of filling it up. Okay, now we should be at the boss. Okay, what was it first? Is it like spark or hard? So I know you gotta use one or the other. And you gotta aim at that little turret below in the underbelly of this robot. Sparks, got it. Okay, I think next is Hard Knuckle, and you gotta hit the Wily container. When like the 2 legs are at their closest, that's when you gotta hit them. Just remember that Wily will still be shooting at you as you go along. So remember, you can actually aim the Hard Knuckles upward. Still harder to hit Wily unless you're far away, though. But you get the job done. Alright, get in the position, guys! Alright, Wily. Oh, it's a trap. Then again, I always knew Wily was a bit loony. Perhaps that is the real Wily. If so, I really need to see his chiropractor. Because I'd like to get some springy neck myself, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's get ourselves filled up and ready to go. Probably won't even need those lives or those E-tanks, but I'll grab them anyway, just for the sake of doing so. And besides, this is the last part of the game. I might as well just go all out. So let's go. This is it, the final boss of the game. I'd rather finish in this video rather than the next one, because, well, the next one will be super short if I do. Alright, is it Shadow Blades I use against him? If so... Shadow Blades are good enough. He kinda looks like Optimus Prime on crack, but that's really Gamma. Remember the robot that Wily ran off with. Okay, now I have to take on this guy in his final form. He kinda looks like Gutsman, though. You look at that face. One top spin, it's done. Wily's getting some cracks in my ass. Stop looking at it. I know it's cute, but come on now. Mega Man doesn't even acknowledge Wily. It's like, I can't stand the look at you. Whoa. Thanks? Where's Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. Doesn't even bother to check the other rock. Mega Man! You've regained consciousness! I found you lying here when I arrived. You actually spent time outside your lab? I wonder who brought you here. This whistle! It must have been Proto Man! Yep, that's his signature whistle. Number list of robots made by Dr. Light, not Right. English. Okay, so you got the Robot Masters from Mega Man 1 first. Remember, Proto Man was also made by Dr. Light. In fact, he's considered Mega Man's brother. Just as Roll is considered Mega Man's sister. So right now, we're gonna sit back and enjoy the ending. Yeah, so Proto Man is actually number 0, Mega Man's number 1, and Roll's number 2. And Wily managed to escape and is very small and on top of a tree for some reason. So that's it! That's Mega Man 3 for the NES, brought to you by MuchGames.ca. Well, that's my part in the Mega Man rush, so now I pass it over to whoever's doing Mega Man 4. So anyways, this is the Bonga signing off, saying goodbye, Godspeed, and stay tuned for my next Let's Play. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.